This beautiful lady, her name is Chinasa, and this is her story. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Enugu State. My mother left my father when I was in primary school because my father brought home a second wife without discussing it with my mother. Just because my mother gave birth to 3 girls, my mother took me and my sisters to her father's house. In her father's house, life was not easy. Her father's house was a mud house. The house was roofed with palm fronds. So whenever it's raining, we can't sleep because rain will be falling into the house. After some months, I lost my twin sister, so it was remaining me and my younger sister. When I got to JS3, my mother became sick. My grandfather tried his best to take care of my mother, but because he does not have money, he could not meet up. So I went to my father to ask for help. My father refused to help us. I had no choice than to drop out of school. I traveled to Anambra State and started hawking pure water in Onitsha. Whatever I make, I send it to my grandfather to be taking care of my mother. My mother was receiving native treatment because medically, nothing was wrong with her. It was a spiritual matter and I was paying for her treatment weekly. After some months in Onitsha, I met a girl. She asked me why I was hawking pure water. I told her my life history. She promised to help me if only I would be interested in her business. I accepted. She took me to a man in Asaba. The man did the do with me and gave me 100,000 naira. That was my first time, and then I was 16 years old. I sent the money to my grandfather to be taking care of my mother and my sister. So the girl took me to a hotel there in Asaba. That was where I started Ashawo work. I was making a lot of money. So I told myself that I need to build a house for my grandfather. So I told my grandfather that we need to start building because I didn't want to go back to that leaking house. So I started sending money to my grandfather. Within 1 year, I was able to build 4-bedroom flats in my grandfather's compound and they moved in. And that really made me happy. So I told myself that it was time for me to go back home because I was not really enjoying the job I was doing. I saved some money and went back home to start a business. But within a week I returned back home. I lost my mother. I spent all the money I took to the village for her burial. At the end of the day, I had no choice than to return back to the Ashawo work. So this time around, I traveled with my sister. I rented a house in Anambra State, left my sister there and continued with the work. I made sure my sister went to school. I took good care of her. I later got a link and traveled to Ghana. In Ghana, I made a lot of money. Then my sister was done with secondary school. She was learning how to sew clothes. Immediately she was done with her training, I gave her 800,000 naira to open her shop. By the grace of God, my sister is doing very well for herself. 5 years ago, I decided to come back to Nigeria to start my life. On my way coming back, I met a guy in Lagos. We joined the same vehicle from Lagos to Onitsha. We got talking on the way. We exchanged numbers. That was how we started dating. The guy was not doing well financially, but because I love him, I supported him. I even paid his rent. I was also taking care of his mother. Before I knew it, I got pregnant. I told him about the pregnancy. He asked me to keep it. He promised to marry me. But because I love him so much, I decided to tell him about my past. I told him everything I've been through, from the first man that did the do with me in Asaba to the last man that did the do with me in Ghana. I told him everything. I felt it was necessary for him to know about my past. After I told him everything, he said that he has forgiven me, that was in the past. But I never knew that I was not supposed to do that. I was just trying to be sincere with him. After some months, we got married. Then I had my son. My younger sister came to help me. My husband wanted to do the do with my sister. So my sister left without telling me anything. She only asked me to be careful with my husband. Whenever I go to the market, this man will bring in another woman into the house. I caught him several times. He apologized and promised to change, but he never did. He continued until I got tired. So I picked my son and went back to my grandfather's house. I waited for him to come for me, but he never did. Because in my place, if you leave your husband's house, your husband must come for you. He will settle the elders before he can take you back. So I called my husband and asked him when he was coming for me. He said he does not have money to settle the elders. He promised to come in 6 months' time. So instead of waiting for him in the village, I went back to Anambra State and continued with the okrika business I used to do before he married me. This happened last year. I was doing the okrika business and was waiting for my husband to come for me and my son, but he never did. As I speak to you now, it's already 1 year. My husband never came for me. Whenever I call him on the phone, he will be coming up with different excuses. Last week, my husband posted his girlfriend on Facebook. In fact, they are getting married. The girl sent some messages to me on Facebook. She told me to stay away from her husband, that they are getting married. This girl called me Ashawo. She said that my husband told her everything, that he told her what I've been doing with myself since I was 16 years old. I felt bad, so I called my husband on the phone. This man opened his mouth and told me never to call his line again. He said he does not ever want to see me. He said he believes that I'm in Anambra State doing the same Ashawo work. And God knows that I'm in Anambra State doing my Okrika business. I've never cheated on my husband. Please, I really need your advice. Please, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should forget about my tradition and go to my husband's house to know what is going on? Or you think I should just move on with my life? Please, what do I do? It's well with you, my sister. My dear sister, sorry about the whole thing, okay? But my sister, that marriage is over. Just move on with your life, okay? There is no more love. There is no more trust. So even if you go back to him, any step you make, he will believe that you want to do the same thing. So there is no need. Just put yourself together and move on, all right? At least you have learned a lesson. You were never supposed to tell anybody about your past, not even your husband. Your past remain your past. It's your secret. Keep it to yourself, okay? You're still a young girl, and thank God you have a son already, and you have a good business. My dear sister, please continue investing in yourself, all right? Take care of your child. Don't worry yourself. Move on, okay? God will give you another man that will love you and value you, okay? This time around, keep your mouth shut, okay? Return his bride price and move on, okay? And most importantly, my dear sister, you need to be very prayerful, okay? I will even advise you to go for a deliverance program, all right? And God will surely see you through, okay? But let me still leave this matter in the hands of my viewers. My viewers, please, what do you think she should do? Please drop it for me at the comment section, because she will also be there to read it. Thank you for always watching my videos. I love you guys so much. And please don't forget to share this video, okay? See you in my next video. Bye-bye.